Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. In today's video I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, and that's swapping out a WALLSTAR wall hung oil boiler. Now I've rebuilt plenty of these over the years, but I've never actually changed a whole unit. Hopefully this one goes okay because they are heavy lump, and hopefully it fits back in the same hole. I have been told by the manufacturer that they do, but the old one's probably 25-30 years old. So yeah, it's a bit of unknown really, but that always makes for an interesting day and an interesting job. So yeah, hopefully I can get you some shots and we'll catch you all straight on the job. So this is a WALLSTAR. It's kind of an inside-outside boiler. The burner being on the outside and the controls being on the inside. We need to get this drain down. I've just turned the cold feed off. This is open vented heat only, and we've got some TRVs to put on this as well. We'll get the boiler off the wall. To be fair, this one didn't look like, they used to come with their internal fire valve on these, supplied by the boiler at the time. It was like a capillary one. This one's been removed at some point. There was like a check valve, non-return valve thing in there. That's what that boiler should have had on it. I'm not sure why it's been took off, but anyway, the boiler's coming out. But I carry these in the van because they do fail a fair bit. There is a check valve inside there as well, but they're made by WALLSTAR. This is the inside section, so we've got a flow and return coming off. We've got to try and get a filter up there if we can. I believe the pipework goes straight back on, but we'll soon, we can always jig it around from this point. Nothing else underneath. Not a lot of space to lift this one off. They are heavy. Disconnect that Allen key there. It's the long one that goes all the way through, and that burner will then pull out like that. Undo these four. We can actually take the baffles out of it as well. Get rid of a bit of the weight. So that burner, she nozzle, electrodes on the front there. It's been taped, hasn't it? Your fan, capacitor, photo cell. It's what sees the light, and that's what lets it light. If it doesn't see the light, it should go to lockout. Otherwise, you end up with a soaking wet blast tube. That whole lot should just lift off with the wing nuts off in one, flue and everything. And then your baffles are inside on these. Baffles will all lift out. So this is the new unit. It looks as if the flow and return are going to line up. They have sent we just took all the baffles off it and saved the weight, but they've actually sent a filter. I'm probably not going to use that one because I picked up a 28mm MagnaClean one. It means we can connect our flushing machine straight onto this. Got a carbon monoxide alarm as well. We took all the front off it as well to save weight. So that's your burner on this one, that's your flush. And I've been told reliably that they go in the same hole. We'll get a hose on that drain off tap aid and hopefully it works, because that should drain all the heating down then. All the power comes from inside, so we need to get this electrically isolated, or electrically isolated, we just need to check for safe isolation, I should say. But if that drains down, all it does is unbolt from these 4 points. This whole front point, this whole heat exchanger pulls off then. 4 nuts in there, hold it on. Yeah. I think it looks like it lifts up.
I'd say so. What's the one at the top?
I don't know, I can't see. There's just one nut at the top, look. Yeah, so you take that one off and then it lifts up underneath. Yeah. The chances of the drain off tap working are 1,000,000 to 1, they said. The trouble is when the drain off tap's vertical like that, all the crap tends to sit in the bottom on it. Might work. Is it alright?
Yeah.
Beautiful. This system's supposedly been flushed out as well. I mean, the water's looking pretty clean. But we're going to get the MagnaCleans on it anyway and get all the chemicals in when we get the boiler swaps. We've got 7 TRVs to pop on this as well. And give the grass a bit of a watter. It's all dying, isn't it? I don't know if those pipes will lift up anyway. I might have to cut them. Let me guess, it's disconnecting the whole male iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to hold against.
What are you going to which?
That one's come off. Typical, isn't it? Why does it always have to turn the whole thing out? Pull the thermostats out as well. This is your flow one on the right. See if this will lift up. There's actually a bit. I need it a bit more out of the way than that. I think I'm just going to cut that one out of the way, and I'm going to try and get that male on. I'm just worried when I lift the boiler up, I'm going to hit on these pipes. Still can't get the socket on because it hits the thing. Just use an open-ended spanner. I think if I just loosen these and then disconnect the top one, I should be able to lift it up, shouldn't I? I mean, what do you reckon it weighs? 60 kilos, 70 kilos? I don't know. It's a good lump, innit? I think the new one said 97 on it, but that includes the burner. Tuck it on the top one. Can't get too round it, that's the problem. What's it held on by?
Not a lot, hold on.
I'm alright, I'm alright, I'm alright.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it is heavy, yeah. So, sure.
It's already heavy. Okay.
No, I can't get too round yet. I'm alright. It's just not lifted up. Should have took them nuts all off.
Hold on. Let me get under you. You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Right. Bring them around towards me.
There's serious weight on that. It was heavy. Don't think we damaged it either. It's just tight, you couldn't get too around it. I need to wash my hands, it's gone all sooty. Get this off the wall now, this just screws on impact driver. Yeah, and then hopefully if the new one just fit back in the wall, we should be halfway there. Filter on that pipework, we'll have to jig that in, and then we've got the TRVs and the flush to do, and then the condense and everything else. Bent that, no surprise. To get the front off, you have to undo them screws there, Aiden.
Yeah, you've got to get this bit off first, so.
Yeah.
Those screws are nicely rusted, aren't
Well, nicely rusted. It's had a bit of a leak on this one. That boiler's probably, what, 95, 96, somewhere around there, so it's getting on for 30 years old, isn't it?
Got a zero, actually.
You got some cutters? I have to cut that earth cable.
What?
I think it needs. I'll go home now, I'll leave you to it. You can lift the new one on.
Bye. Remember, if I don't see you through week, I'll see you through window. That's spinning the old thing.
It's spinning the old thing. Could you get a flathead in, see if it'll hold on a flat? They're a bit rusty, them ones.
Yeah.
Will it hold on a flat?
Might do. Go on.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. We should have just done that to start with. Why do we mess around? There you go.
That's right, cables are all in.
Got it, cables are all in. That's your test, but you don't need to take that one out, do you? Just them two. Mains in, that's your. Beautiful. That bit. Oh, all across the top.
I was saying that, I took out loads.
They're everywhere, aren't they? Seeing what makes the difference.
Oh,
somebody's rounded that one off. Oh, I snapped my drill bit now as well. It's coming out your ages, that is.
What? Are you going to take 4 peanuts off, mate?
What wages, he says. You can still use that one there, Aidan. It's just shorter now.
It's definitely rounded off now.
There we go.
I mean, to be fair, I've pushed it into the thing. Is it coming off?
Probably not. It might, if you put a bit of pressure on it, if you pull it back, it might just get to a point where I can get it.
This must be an infill then, mustn't it?
Yeah. I'm hoping the new one fits. Good job to tell, innit, until you get it out. Yeah. When I used to work weekends and that, I was working a Sunday and I fell asleep on a staircase in an empty house. I used to work like 70, 80 hours a week though. But,
don't do that now, you need it for 20.
Well, yeah. I only get paid for 20, I do 60.
There's nothing holding that now.
Got a hammer and screwdriver?
Should just be able to tap it, I think.
I'm actually fitting windows in this episode, so not really plumbing related. Looks like a window, doesn't it? Just check the wall thickness. I believe I've read somewhere suitable for up to 340. You can get an extension piece, but that's only 310. So we should be within. I've read it somewhere on the packaging. Suitable for, I don't know, I can't find it now. But anyway, I think we're going to be okay. The new ones fit straight back in that hole. It's like they butchered the thermalite a bit, didn't they, get it in? They must have chopped that in after then. They haven't built them in, have they? Just having a quick read of the instructions as regards to the oil connections. You need to put a secondary filter on this and a fire valve. That fire valve should be 1 metre away. 2 pipe is not required if. Oh yeah, so on these you can't put a tiger loop on because it will void the warranty. For heights above 2.5 metres, please consult our technical department. That boiler is not above 2.5 metres, so that pump will draw the oil from the tank itself. So it's just a case of putting them in 2 bits on. Maximum we're well within 100 metres of the tank. So we'll get that secondary filter installed. Everything else should be fairly straightforward. Conduit strain we've got to get in. Flow return, blah de blah de blah. It's fairly straightforward. Everything else, that's for the combi version. They do make a combi version of these with obviously your plate and your blender and all your manifold assembly. But we're just on the heat only regular version. Yeah, that should be fine. It says here you have to fit this filter for it to be the warranty, but I'm just going to put that 80 on because my flushing machine goes straight in. I don't think they'd pick me up. That's only a 22mm one anyway, we're on 28mm pipe. So it's just a faff. So I'm just going to put the 81 in. Better filter anyway in my opinion. Them 80 ones are like 200 quid, these are like 40 quid. Just tight. Yeah, if I need to cut that pipe, we can cut that pipe. You can take a little bit off that as well if you want. It's only thermalite, isn't it?
You should go. I've just had it fitted in, but with a pipe.
Okay, let me come around and hold the pipe. He's got it now, look. He's done it now.
Now you've walked into it, doesn't it?
Do the screws line up?
I might do, yeah.
Okay. Got something.
That's one in.
That's one in.
So might get that one in, and that one.
They'll probably line up, mate.
One, yeah.
Probably line up. Got 2 chances on it.
No open bob out.
That's the one. Yeah, screwing back on at that, mate. I was just a bit worried because it seemed to be distorting the outer case. You self-tap the outer one to the inner one. But I just put that lid back on just to try and hold it straight as we screw it up. I think it'd be okay anyway, but as long as that comes on and off easy enough. Just screws on the side. See, if anything, it's just pulled it in a little bit on the left, but I mean, it's fair, we could just put one screw through there that hold it back anyway. It's just real thin metal. It's probably because the hole's a little bit tight or a little bit uneven. And then you just self-tap them through there and hold them. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Superb. And then the heat exchanger just bolts back on. Looks like there's 2 bolts at the top on this one and 2 at the bottom, as opposed to 1 at the top. Should be alright, that, mate.
And then it's got a little self-tap, isn't it?
Yeah, then it just self-taps through.
You just need to make sure that the outer one's where it needs to be before we...
I put them all in my bucket. Probably going in my flux, that,
Yes, I'm guessing they've got to line up with those holes, haven't they?
Yeah, they are.
Would it be worth just pulling this out?
Yeah, I can't get it out.
Okay,
That's the problem. You have to slacken the inner ones up. That's better, isn't it? Should have put them in first because it holds it all square. We're right on the max line, but that should be fine. On the lines in. That's it. We did a thing.
We've done a thing.
Now we just got the awkward bit lifting that heat exchanger on.
Yeah.
Should be alright.
You're strong.
We're strong.
I'm weak.
Don't cut, but I've got a knife.
It's alright if I shave it off slowly.
That's got the frame all bolted in. We're actually ready to lift the heat exchanger on the wall. Aidan will probably get the pipe connected up inside. Well, I'll have a look at the oil line. If I get it up onto that.
Yeah, so I'm just moving this shit on. So it's...
Yeah, you need that ratchet though.
Yeah, well, I can't pass it to you when it's...
Jesus Christ, the weight of that. Just brute force me, isn't it? Oh, I can't even lift it, mate.
I can't get...
No, I can't get into it. No.
Insulation's all fucked with.
Can you pull that okay back?
Yeah, there we go.
My arm's stuck. Not dropping down, hang on. 2 seconds, it's on. You got them bolts just to get the top one, is it? Just need to tidy that insulation up, sorry.
Ow.
I've left the ratchet up there.
Right in my eyes.
Never thought of that.
Where there's a blame, there's a claim.
Where there's a blame, there's a claim. I'll let you get them. I've left the ratchet at the top. It's not even so much there. I mean, it weighs like 70 kilos, doesn't it? But you just can't get round it to lift it. She's on. She's got all that bottom electric bits bolt on as well. Drain off tapping the bottom. That flow will go straight back in with the new main line, I think. Yeah, I think it will. If not, we can alter that and then we'll just get a filter in here somehow. I always think it's really interesting seeing inside stuff like this. Like, you don't often get to see a boiler completely naked, do you? But I just think it's interesting. It's on the wall anyway. That bit just bolts straight on there. Baffles need to go in first.
Like that, was it?
I think they went like that, yeah. There your baffles.
They baffled me.
The baffles, yeah, I'm sure that's right. You can double check.
I've got pictures.
Got a picture, and then that one goes.
Way around that.
Do you look sweaty? I'm sweating.
I've got Betty Swallows.
So this part here forms the condense trap. It just loops it back up and that will form a seal, and then that just clamps on the flue. It looks as if 3/4 will push into there. We'll increase this to 1¼ lag it and take it into that stack. This is my oil box with all my oil connections and stuff in. So we'll need a 10mm valve, a 10mm valve filter. You need to use inserts on this as well. So I've got some inserts in another bag, but here's inserts. You can tell I'm really organised when it comes to all my fittings. You can't actually use soldered connections on oil, but if I ever come across radiators and stuff like that, all my 10mm stuff's in here. So inserts in there. We've got the 5 valve. I'm probably just going to swing it back around the bottom and then swing it back up. I might see if I've got some new overflow, but I might have some black in the van. It might look quite nice in black. I'll see what I've got. Yeah, we'll definitely do something. I might even be able to do it amongst the rings up there for the conduit. I don't know, we'll figure it out. 5 valve needs to be a minimum of 1 metre away from the boiler. So I think I've got picked up a 2 metre one. Where is that 5 valve?
It's just up here in the boiler.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a 2 metre one, 95 degree. What this does, if the boiler gets too hot, it pops that pin. It's already actually pops that pin out, and that 5 valve will clip onto that point up there. Don't think I've ever seen a blue coated oil. I'm normally white coated. It's copper inside, it's just 10mm soft copper. Take these clips off and change all these. That's good. Try to do this without taking my finger off. Hook blade's probably not the best thing to use. I meant to pick some more blades up, but it's one of them things that slipped my mind. Probably slipped my finger now. We'll be alright. We'll be alright, we always are, aren't we? Don't use your hook blade on them. Insert, very important. Elbow. And then I'll put the valve wherever it's gone down here so you can isolate that filter. That'll be perfect. And we'll probably bend up and then go back through. What the insert does, it stops the olive from crushing into the pipe. With it being only soft copper, you can end up damaging your pipe. So the insert just stops it from crushing. Probably shouldn't use grips on it, but so you don't need to go mentally tight. There is an arrow on these as well. It wants to go that way around. Problem is, if you use a pipe cutter as well, it tends to leave a burr, so you can't always get your insert in very easily. So I cut them with a hacksaw. That will just reach perfectly onto that clip. Get the oil line fed up, get that connected on. I'm just going to do a pulled bend at the bottom, connect it onto there. The oil line's all in then. How good are they on 28mm pipe? They are good, aren't they? Nearly 4 years old, that blade in that as well. 4 years this October I've had that. It's coming up to its 4th birthday. It did come with 2 blades, but I'm not changing it until it's wore out. My Stanley knife blade lasted 9 months. It broke the other day.
Got more teeth than my nan.
Still cuts though, doesn't it? I've cut carbon with that. I've cut stainless with that.
But imagine how much quicker it cut with a new blade, Tom.
Wow, yeah.
One turn.
One turn.
One turn, it'd be done.
People think I'm tight with money. I'm just careful. That's what it is. The trouble is, when you've grown up with absolutely nothing.
The boss white out there?
Yeah, I've got it out here. Yeah. So come get it, because I'm on my knees.
Yeah, I'll come get it.
When you've grown up with absolutely nothing, I used to do 3 paper rounds, well 4 paper rounds actually. Right. I used to do 2 in the morning, 1 after school, and the Sunday round. I used to be able to be at the shop 5 to 5. Did that since I was 11, you know. Yes, we guessed that right as well. I guess what I'm trying to say is I've had to work hard for everything. Nobody's ever given me out. It. So that's got the oil line all installed to manufacturer's instructions. They never look the best, but you've got to have the filter and you've got to have the fire valve. And then this should just clip up. That just clips up onto there, it's just long enough. Perfect. Just got to tighten the 4 wing nuts up on that. My oil line will connect onto there. I believe this has got a built-in non-return valve somewhere in that port. Oh, there's the non-return valve. It's there, it's right in front of me. That stops the oil dropping back down into the tank. And condenser, as I've already said, goes on there, and that one goes out there somewhere. These flues are telescopic. You have to set them to the back side of that. If you put them in front, what happens is they go solid, and then you can't get them back. You can't get that case back off. So that just pulls out. That sits to about there. I'll double check it with the case, and we'll have to put a terminal guard on this. Any fluid below 2 meters does require a terminal guard. It's going to be close actually to 2 meters, but if it's below it needs one. That just needs a little nip up. That hose always sits like that. That's how they are. You always seem to like get an air bubble in there. This bit will look better in black. I'll just spray it. Can't seem to get them adapters in black, but you'll never be able to see one undone. Should have sprayed it in position, it would have been easier. That'd be alright, wouldn't it? I knew that freebie would come in.
What, yeah?
This is the guy, the Dunlop thing givers.
I don't know what you're trying to sell.
Yeah, some thing that I don't really want, but I knew it would come in.
Tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes.
Green flash tennis shoes.
There's a promo code on there. That's pretty much me done out here until commissioning. Just need to pop a bit of lagging on that condensed pipe. So I'm going to go inside. Aidan's just finishing piping up the boiler and getting the filter done. Just got the TRVs to put in. If we can, we're going to get some cleaner in this tonight. Let it run. We'll drain it in the morning, and then we'll connect our AD Magna Cleanse unit. Give everything a good flush out. So this customer will be left with a nice clean system. So that's where your flue needs to be at that point. If you put it the other way around, you never get the lid back off. And your lid just holds on with these 4, and it just lifts off if you need to access the burner. Looks pretty neat that. These marks are already here. That was where it was leaking, just running down the wall. It wasn't leaking much, but we've got a CO alarm to do on this one, or we fit a CO alarm on every boiler we do now. So we'll get that mounted. It's all gone in there pretty neat. Going to put TRVs on the radiators to bring it up to standard. It's already got room thermostat. It's on a 3-port, this one, and there is a cylinder thermostat. It is a smart thermostat as well. So all I need to do is put some TRVs in. This will make it compliant. Might not film fitting them just because the video will drag on for ages, but you've seen me fit TRVs on other videos. So I'm going to get them done. We're going to get some cleaner in it tonight. We'll be back tomorrow to commission it and get it all flushed through. I wasn't going to film it, but the nuts don't fit on. There were 10mm valves before. You can't get that down enough to cut the olive off, so I'm going to have to cut it off with the angle grinder, the nut, and then try and get the olive off. If it's ever easy, is it? Watch Aidan lose an eye. I'm going to cut the pipe if I can help it. Why is nothing ever easy? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it then, wouldn't they?
Let's cut that side, Tom.
I can cut that side as well.
Hopefully.
I don't think I caught it, did I? Precision engineered that.
How'd you get the other nut over that? Let me see the other nut.
There we go. Now we're in business. Should be alright. That looks like 8mm. These are 10 to 8 valves. I picked them up because I wasn't sure when I looked at it. It's so hard to tell, but that's definitely 8mm. So low as well. Why they fit it so low to the ground?
Don't need that towel.
So the reason I went for 10 to 8 valves is you can put reducing set inside there and that will reduce you back to 8mm. It's not very often you see 8mm pipe. It's so hard to tell the difference between 10 and 8. But I just had a feeling some of this was 8 when I looked at it. And I was right. They've done it to miss the wash arm piece in. That's why I fitted it so low. I've got the technique now. That one went much quicker. Cut the ring, cut the nut, cut the ring off. Job done. We just get our magna clamps bolted on here. We've just got our AD magna clamps bolted on. What we're going to do is get some cleaner in this, let the system run, go around, thump all the radiators, and then we'll drain it down again and get some inhibitor put in and make sure my magnets are clean. Yeah, that's good. First thing we do when we're commissioning an oil boiler, we get a gauge on the oil pump to check the pump pressure. If the pump pressure is wrong, you can't set your CO2s up. The pump pressure on this needs to be 120 psi and the CO2s need to be 12%. So I'm going to check pump pressure for a start, and then if it's wrong we can adjust it on there, and then we can adjust it. Once the pump pressure is correct we can just adjust the air. You need to do that with an analyzer. That'll go to lockout in 3, 2, 1. There's no oil there. Smoke of it, yeah. Greta Thunberg would not approve. She'd be like, she's done more harm to the environment than me. I've never been on a plane. It might pull itself through. Might need a hand. It's going to need a hand. Pop, 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 pop. It's going to need a hand, that. It obviously had a bit of oil, probably what was in it. That's lockout. Yeah, I'll pull it through.
Press that button.
Yeah, it might take a second. Just as I was going to pull it through, it's actually pulled itself through. That might go. You see the oil in the hose. You always seem to get an air bubble at the top of that. That'll probably run. And then we'll be checking pump pressure. 120. That'll probably go. Say the magic words. Work your mother, work. There you go. It's lit. It's bouncing around, but it's just a little bit of air in the oil. I mean, the old one had been done with the green hose, but I think you should actually fit the clear ones on it. I don't know how much difference it made, but WALLSTAR, they are a specific hose on them. I've got some in the van somewhere. Yeah, it always sits like that. Pump pressure's fine. Just going around getting all the heating bled through. But when you're bleeding, always start from downstairs and work your way up. It tends to drive all the air out of the system easier. I'm just going to put our analyzer in it now. Adrian's going around busy flushing all the radiators out, but I'll get the burner set up. I get the easy job today. Put it to about there. Just smoking. Unusual, really.
Oh, it's going up now.
So I could hit a load of air. It's way out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the importance of checking everything. It's not happy. So yeah, I've adjusted all the air on this boiler now. It's burning sweet as a nut. To be honest, I actually thought my analyzer was something wrong with it. That's a brand new analyzer. I got my other one out. But yeah, it was the same readings. But it's burning sweet as a nut now. Let me show you. This kept jumping a bit high. It's a bit hard to film this, but I say I'd never leave anything if I wasn't happy, but it's the importance of checking everything. Can't really see that, but the CO2s are at 12% where they should be to MIs, so I'm happy with that. XSA has actually come down a little bit, it's at around 30 now. CO2s are at 11.9, so we're not far off. PPMs are still a touch higher than I'd like, but I think they'll come down and just let it run. It smells alright as well now. Should be alright. Should be fine. So Magna Clean's busy doing its thing. To be fair, there's not much in it, but we've managed to get some of the radiators that weren't working before working. It was this one in the cloakroom, which is now getting red hot all the way through. I should have bought my thermal camera, but you'll just have to take my word for it. It's working beautifully. That's fantastic. They're getting hot all the way to the bottom. Magnet pull. There's a bit in it. It's not much. I didn't think this system was that dirty, but a bit in that one, isn't there?
Yep.
Worth doing, but we'll get some inhibitor in this now. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boiler paperwork to fill out, carbon monoxide lines fit, and just hand over to the customer. Another job done. That's got that job all sorted. We've been round, balanced the whole system. All the radiators are working now. There was a couple that weren't working on it before, but we managed to get them going. They're all getting red hot all the way through. We fitted the CO alarm. I did connect that bonding clamp back on the oil line. Explained the controls to the customer, filled out all the paperwork. So yeah, another happy customer. On to the next. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it's been helpful or enjoyable or useful to you, make sure you hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the dislike button, and we'll catch you all next time. It's alright, that drill bit.
It's getting fucking chucked.
No.
It is, because I'm going to pull out your van and try using it. It's not going to do anything.
15 years I've had that drill bit. I didn't even buy it new.
That wouldn't even go through wet clay.
Don't chuck my drill bit away.
It's gone.
Not my drill bit.